What's up, guys? Today our topic, we're really going to be diving into passing. Now, passing is obviously one of the most important skills that you can do in the game, but what is a game like pass? Okay, what do we teach to kids? What actually happens in the game? Because what we believe is we try and rock the boat a little bit and get everybody to think what actually happens in the game. So when we think about a game like pass, most likely we're thinking of a chess pass, right? Which is great, and it's a great place to start, but how often does that actually happen in the game? So let's analyze what it would take to complete a accurate chess pass. Now, when we think about a chess pass, most likely it's gonna come from your chest and there's gonna be no defender in front of you, okay? Most likely you're probably static and there's no defender in the way of you and your teammate, and then you can just pass it. While this is an awesome way to start kids at a very young age to get them used to passing to something static or even passing to something that's moving, this is not actually what happens in the game. So today we're gonna be talking about the passes that we teach kids all the way up to adults, because this is what actually happens in the game, okay? So we have our hook pass, pocket pass, Ginobili pass, around the body pass, one-handed pass, scoop pass, and behind the back pass. I want to be diving into each one of these because, again, they're most specific to what happens in the game. But not only that, they are anatomically more efficient in many ways, and I'm going to go through it. So when we talk about a hook pass, okay, this is just a name. I'm sure other coaches have different names for this, but what we define it as that instead of a chest pass, I'm going to go outside of my body and pass it to a teammate. This happens often, right? Because if there's an obstacle in my way, and this is what we call the quadrant right here, there's 4 squares, you want to pass it into one of those squares, so we call that a hook pass, okay? A pocket pass, I think most people will know, it comes from the pocket, happens a lot of the times during the pick and roll. When the big man rolls in, we like to hit him with a pocket pass to keep it safe and low and go through the defenders. When we call it Ginobili pass, another name for this is the hook pass, but this is when I go around, up over my ear. I've even heard of this called an ear pass, and I'm throwing it to the popping big man or the popping screener so that he may get an open shot. Then we look at around the body pass. So I may get by the my primary defender, okay, the big man comes up and I wrap it around his body and thread it right through the big man or an open teammate, okay? Happens all the time in the game. Now, this may be a little bit higher level because you're actually working with ball screens and pick and rolls, which at a very young age, we encourage not to do that, just so players can learn how to play individually and as well as team, but just not relying on the ball screen or the pick and roll. We talk about one-handed passes. This happens probably more than any pass in the game. So I'm dribbling and I have to hit him with a one-handed pass. Now, a lot of coaches, and I can understand why they would think that, is like, whoa, we would never teach kids to do that. But guess what? It happens often. And whether we like it or not, whether you feel like this is a pass that is less efficient or less accurate, they are going to do it one way or another. So I was just like a traditional coach before, and I thought we need to teach them the fundamentals. Definitely agreed. But let's take it a step further. We need to teach them both. Because if we look at it, it is a much quicker pass. It is a much more efficient pass. They're going to do it anyway, so we might as well get them ready to do it. That's just my humble opinion. Then the next one is a scoop pass, okay? So it could be like a mini handoff, or I might be driving and I scoop it over to a teammate, okay? Especially if I'm going to send them a screen. So I scoop it over to a teammate and I can pass and set the screen at the same time. So kind of like a handoff, all right? Or like a handoff that has a pass to it. Then the last one, oh my goodness, is behind the back. Now, the reason that we teach behind the back to our kids is because it builds great dexterity. It builds great dexterity. It is fun, which is why we play basketball, but also in many, many ways, it is anatomically more efficient than turning our body and passing it traditionally, right? So if I'm thinking of a pick and roll situation, and I'm a big man who can catch the ball and behind the back bounce pass to someone who is a give and go or something like that, he doesn't have to turn his whole body, right, and throw it to them. Another thing about that is that he doesn't have to give away what he wants to do. When he turns his body, everybody knows he's gonna pass. But if he can stay squared away, then it makes him much more deceptive so that when he does pass the ball, it is most likely gonna get to him if it's accurate, okay? If it's accurate. Then the next thing is, if you think about it, behind the back pass, how often is the 2-on-1 situation happen? And instead of turning my body and making it very obvious what I'm trying to do, if I have a trailing teammate and I just go behind the back and he accurately, okay, it's much more deceptive. Again, am I saying that we start with this? No, but I'm saying that we give them exposure, a healthy dose of it, so it's not completely foreign to them. A lot of the reason why people are going toward the European style play is because those guys are such good passers. Now we can take great things from the Europeans, and we can take great things from everyone from around the world, okay, and blend it into a successful curriculum. But when we're looking at the basis of passing, yes, the trespass is definitely an important part of the pass, but we are missing so much more, right? We are missing all these game-like passes that are gonna happen regardless if we like it or not. Now, I know that this is a controversial topic. My goal is not to instigate or anything like that. My goal is to create healthy debate, healthy conversation, so we can get better as a whole, help our kids, help our athletes reach their goals. Guys, I would love to hear from you. Any questions or comments, leave it right there. I'll make sure to get back to you.